The views and opinions expressed on any program are those of the producers and/or the persons appearing on the program and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of FRCMedia, Bristol Community College, or the City of Fall River.
This week on FRCmedia News, residents are being asked to lend input on how the city can use the 19 acres of land that can be developed on Davol Street following the Route 79 reconstruction. A local cafe owner is using his talents to provide and promote community service. And Fall River in Massachusetts welcomes new U.S. citizens. All this and more coming up. It's Thursday, September 19th, 2024. This is FRCmedia News. I'm Keith Tebow. The City of Fall River is seeking input from residents next week on how the city could best develop 19 acres of waterfront property on Davol Street that will become available once the Route 79 reconstruction project is complete. The Fall River Redevelopment Authority is hosting the Community Open House, where it will share a comprehensive concept of development produced by community engineering consultant Stantec.
The charge was to do market analysis for housing, commercial, and if there's a potential market for a hotel there. It shows where restaurants and stores and commercial activity is envisioned to go. So there are what Stantec is calling urban nodes, where you can have commercial activity and you can have like plazas. The vision is there would be plazas for people who live in this new neighborhood, who come and visit, and local residents can go and enjoy being outside, enjoy going to all of these new restaurants and commercial establishments.
Along with commercial and housing possibilities, the plan will also include concepts for additional open space and parking.
There's parking envisioned under a lot of buildings, not underground because that's so expensive, but in what's called podium parking, where there's a floor or two of parking, which also gets buildings up higher to maximize views of the water. And parking was a big consideration, as the community has been frustrated that we don't have parking on Davol Street right now, and it's hard to access the waterfront.
The open house will be a fluid event with residents introduced to the plan and encouraged to ask pointed questions and provide constructive feedback.
And we're going to have, I think it's 18 easels and a couple of stations where we'll have 5-foot plans that people can stand around and look at, where the streets are being reconnected and how that will kind of relate to the development that is being envisioned. And as you said, this is just a vision of what could go there and allows the city to really say this is what we think should be there. It's really important. We really want to hear what people think and their ideas. It's all still in a planning stage, and this isn't in stone in any way. And so we want to hear their thoughts, and then we will, at our next meetings, begin to sort through those.
By devising a development plan now, the city is laying the groundwork for an argument that it should be granted control of the land and in return be able to benefit from the millions of dollars in tax revenue that could come from the project.
So land like this that's disposed by the state often is arranged with the governor and the legislature, and it's really a legislative decision. So that's what we're imagining will happen, and we've been talking with our legislators. The mayor's been talking with the governor, and we hope we will work out a really good way for the land to be transferred so that the redevelopment and the city really have control of the land.
The community open house will take place this Monday from 5 to 7 p.m. at the atrium within Government Center. The Fall River Educators Association and the school committee met again yesterday for another bargaining session to come to terms on a new 3-year contract. Teachers are currently working without an agreement. According to the FREA, no significant progress was made at yesterday's meeting. The union is seeking compensation parity with other communities in similar size to Fall River, while the school committee is offering a lower compensation package. The two sides have agreed to further bargaining sessions next week. Christopher Sylvia has lived in Fall River for 40 years. 18 months ago, along with his partner Nathan, he opened Christopher's, a cafe on South Main Street. Soon after opening, Mr. Sylvia began taking an interest in cleaning up the neighborhood around his business. That has opened up the floodgates into a movement he has led to empower the community to take pride in Fall River.
South Main was in pretty bad shape, so we started working our way down there. We started putting plants and things outside, and then other businesses started to join in. We started to power wash sidewalks, and other businesses started joining in. So it was kind of a wave here on South Main Street. And I figured if we could do it here, we could take that elsewhere. You never want to be the first at something, right? It's an awkward experience. I think everyone wants to do the right thing and wants to live in a really nice neighborhood, and they need to see it, I think. You don't want to be the first guy on the dance floor, so you wait for somebody else. And I think that's kind of what's happening. Everyone wants to do it, they just need to be shown how to do it.
Mr. Sylvia has spearheaded cleanups in neighborhoods across the city, recruiting dozens of volunteers to lend a hand. He has also held free neighborhood events at his cafe while encouraging other businesses on South Main Street to participate. He also partners with community organizations to lend a hand in collecting goods and supplies for those in need. He utilizes social media to promote the cafe and his community activities. He remains mystified by how well his actions have been received.
The bar is quite low. It really is. I mean, this is like normal stuff. This is stuff that we should be doing as citizens and residents. I don't understand why it's blown up the way it has, but it has. So I can't even go into Market Basket without being stopped 10 times. So I'm not sure what it is. I mean, my personal Facebook page has like 4,000 followers. So, and it took me 20 years to get to that point. So. I'm not sure. I think people were hungry for something, some sort of attention, and I think we gave that to them. We brought into focus that there's some real issues that don't require a ton of money and don't require a lot of government intervention that we can do ourselves.
Mr. Sylvia has leveraged his work to expand its impact. He formed the South End Business Collaborative Facebook group to connect local small businesses.
In our network right now, we have doctors, lawyers, power washing companies, farmers, nurses, accountants, a whole group of people. And what we wanted to do is just create this massive network of small business people that we can kind of bounce ideas off of, help market, just create a successful community of small business. And it's not just the South End, it's the entire city. It's whoever has a small business wants to join in, we love it.
And recently, he formed a nonprofit organization called Action, which he hopes will drive expanded awareness of the attributes of Fall River.
We want to uplift small business. We want to make it very important. We want to clean up neighborhoods that have been neglected. I mean, I know the waterfront's getting a ton of attention right now while the neighborhoods continue to decline. And we want to bring some attention back into those neighborhoods. I mean, those neighborhoods are what built the city. The waterfront didn't. And I think it's amazing what they're doing down there, and we need it desperately. But the neighborhoods have to be maintained. So I'd like to bring the neighborhoods back into focus, and keep cleaning up, helping people. You know, I say it all the time, we're the 7th largest city in the state of Massachusetts, but we flex for nothing. We don't tout anything about the city, and we need to be a little louder than that. I think people with voting and stuff like that just kind of have given up, but I think we've had a very small change. We've made a very small change in the way people think.
Mr. Sylvia says he'd rather take action on projects than attend meetings and is constantly trying to leave local politics out of his work.
We get, I would say, anywhere from 40 to 60 messages a day from people saying, how can we help? And we use everyone who messages us, whether it be, I mean, we've had elderly people helping us, we've had children helping us, and everything in between. We just got the Young Marines of Fall River to kind of join our cause, and I don't like to call it a cause, but we just use everyone that we possibly can, because there's a lot of work that has to be done, right? There's a lot of work that has to be done. So the more the merrier, yeah. It makes me feel like we're being effective, that we're doing, I don't know, listen, something called me to this. I don't know what it was, but something called me to it. So when people do come in and say thank you, or they want to join, I feel like that all the hard work is paying off.
The city is moving forward with plans to use American Rescue Plan Act, or ARPA funds, to make improvements to the Department of Community Maintenance facility on Lewiston Street.
Our intent is to make that a place where people are proud to go to work in a facility. I mean, you go in there right now, it's pretty dungy, it's tired, doors don't work. We need to make sure we have a place that if we have to tackle our recycling, if we have to get a better handle on our trash, our customer service down there has to be upgraded so people come into a place that's welcoming. That whole facility needs a significant upgrade. We have abandoned vehicles in the back. We have old pavers, pieces of granite. We want to organize it so it looks like a DCM that people will go to work in, and our customers, our residents, will have a place to go when they need help with their streets, their trash, anything related to the parks. We want people to be able to go there and get services they deserve.
The City of Fall River and Commonwealth of Massachusetts welcome new U.S. citizens hailing from 19 countries at a naturalization ceremony held yesterday aboard the Battleship Massachusetts. Superior Court Chief Justice Michael Riccuti swore in the new citizens, then implored upon them to take advantage of the opportunity afforded to all U.S. residents.
You are now American citizens, endowed with precious rights of freedom. Your citizenship gives you and your families the opportunity for a new and a different life. But citizenship also confers upon you obligations. You have the privilege to vote and the responsibility to do so. By voting, you help choose our leaders at every level of government. Voting is one of your most, perhaps, greatest powers. You have the privilege and the obligation to serve on juries. Embrace that. By serving on a jury, you have the power to help us determine guilt or innocence, who pays damages or who doesn't. You will help us decide justice. This is a critical part of being a citizen.
Massachusetts Attorney General Andrea Campbell also addressed the new citizens and promoted the Commonwealth's commitment to diversity.
I think there are many creeds or foundational creeds, of course, of America, but one that is most known, of course, is in Latin, e pluribus unum, out of many, one. So no matter what led you here or where you came from, you are now all proud Americans, a significant part of our American story and our American fabric, but at the same time, an opportunity to never forget where you come from, and to know that your stories, your culture, your backgrounds are equally significant to bring into the fold as we continue to shape this American story. Because I know, not only for America, but certainly in Massachusetts, in this great Commonwealth, that you do indeed make us stronger, more prosperous, and more resilient. And I'll add, more beautiful.
We'll be back with more FRC Media News after this. Your voice matters at FRC Media. Produce multimedia content that showcases your creativity and passion for Fall River. We have a state-of-the-art video facility and distribution system that residents and organizations can use for free. What you make of it is up to you. Find out how to get involved. Attend our next FRC Media information session on Thursday, September 26th at 6 p.m. at our studios located at Bristol Community College. For more information and to register, call 774-357-2354 or email info@frmedia.org.
Here are some job descriptions on the latest hot jobs list from the Mass Hire Fall River Career Center. Assistant Store Manager, Family Dollar, located at 380 Rhode Island Avenue, seeks a full-time assistant store manager, responsible for assisting the store manager in the daily operation of the store, customer service, and maintaining inventories. Job number 214-46992. Merchandiser, Schwann's Company, a food service company, is looking for a full-time merchandiser, responsible for food products being available on store shelves for grocery shoppers in the Fall River area. Job number 214-47576. Program Aid Family Service Association, located at 101 Rock Street, is seeking a full-time program aide to assist with basic nursing care, helping students with program activities, handling administrative tasks, and interacting with students and parents. Job number 214-47164. Barista Cashier, Portugalia Marketplace, located at 489 Bedford Street, is looking for a full or part-time barista cashier. For more information, call 508-617-9820. Fastenal Company, located at 565 Commerce Drive, has an immediate need for the following full and part-time positions. Fulfillment Specialist, job number 214-46393. Supply Chain Associate, job number 214-46398. For more information about these or other positions, visit Mass Hire JobQuest at jobquest.dcs.eol.mass.gov or call the Mass Hire Fall River Career Center at 508-730-5000.
Welcome back. Local area small businesses looking for information on financial assistance and no or low-cost services can find it at the Fall River Small Business Capital and Resources Expo next Thursday at Government Center. The event is organized by Fever Fall River. Executive Director Patty Rigo says the expo will feature information and on-site educational workshops.
So there's going to be 20 different actual organizations that are here tabling. So if you don't have the time to go to an information session, you can come, speak to some of these people one-on-one, make follow-up appointments, or just come and grab materials if that's all you want to do. So that's one piece. But then there's also some informational sessions that are being given by some of the larger state agencies. We're really, really fortunate to have the Massachusetts Growth Capital Corporation, the Office of Economic Empowerment, the Small Business Association Administration, and they're going to be here providing really like 20 to 30 minute info sessions on a variety of topics. So for instance, Seed Corporation out of Taunton is going to be providing just a very general overview of the 4 different kinds of loans that they offer. Whereas the Small Business Administration is going to be doing a really interesting info session on how small businesses can do business with the federal government, because that's a whole different revenue stream that a lot of people don't think about, and it can be very daunting because of the paperwork, the complexities. But once you have somebody to kind of shepherd you through it, you've now opened yourself up to being able to take on larger. And so it's not only federal contracts, but state contracts as well. So that's one of the ones I'm really excited about.
Ms. Rigo says the goal of the event is to provide a guide for small businesses to succeed.
First and foremost, people are always looking for capital, but I always tell people in order to be a good investment to a bank or a financial lender, you need to know the ins and outs of your business, and it's hard when you're doing the day-to-day to be able to do marketing, maybe work on a future business plan, a 3-year forecast. And there are people out there like these organizations like SCORE Mentoring that are there to help you focus on those aspects of your business that you probably don't get a chance to focus on every day because you're just trying to run your business. So I think this allows people to not only to get out of that like surviving mentality and to think, okay, like what if I made this small change? It doesn't have to be, you don't have to be on social media 5 days a week, but to make a small change, and what percent, like what is that going to change in your business? Is it going to get you more customers? Is it going to help you maximize your sales, find some efficiencies in your business? So sometimes it can be such a small change, and so it can be overwhelming to think I need to go to this class or learn all these things, but really it's just about making a small change to see what kind of difference that's going to make in your business. And I mean, it can only get better, really.
The expo will take place next Thursday, September 26, from 9 a.m. to noon at the Atrium and Government Center. For more information, please contact the Viva Fall River website. We will wrap up this edition of FRC Media News after this. Your voice matters at FRC Media. Produce multimedia content that showcases your creativity and passion for Fall River. We have a state-of-the-art video facility and distribution system that residents and organizations can use for free. What you make of it is up to you. Find out how to get involved. Attend our next FRC Media information session on Thursday, September 26th at 6 p.m. at our studios located at Bristol Community College. For more information and to register, call 774-357-2354 or email info@frmedia.org.
Welcome to Hot Dogs and Cool Cats. Today we have Sadie. She is a 10-year-old German short-haired pointer. She did come in as a stray, so we're not entirely sure too much of her whole background, but she is an older girl. She's pretty relaxed. She does like to pace around a lot, so we do recommend someone who definitely likes to go on walks because she still has all that energy in her, even being as old as she is. We do recommend her with kids over 12 just because we don't know her background too much. She is older. She does seem to have like a little bit of hearing issues, which is common with older dogs. Since she does have some hearing issues, we haven't been able to tell if she does know any cues or anything. She kind of wants to walk all around on her own, so she won't pay attention. We believe she would make a great family dog, so if you'd like to come down and meet her, feel free to come by Forever Paws Animal Shelter. She'd love to meet you guys, and we'd love for you to meet her.
Today we have Rorschach. He is a almost 4-year-old domestic short hair. He has been here for about a week now. He's a very friendly and loving cat. He is in our free roaming cat room, so he does get along well with others. He is a little on the chunkier side, so he is usually a little calmer. He's a very affectionate boy and would be the type of cat to follow you around the house and get between your legs and probably trip you up. But he just wants to be close to you at all times and loves to cuddle and is very curious and loves to investigate everything going on around him. If you are interested in Rorschach, you can come down to 300 Linwood Street in Fall River and fill out an application and meet him. You can also go to foreverpaws.com and find him on our website and also fill out the application on our website. If you'd like to come down and meet Rorschach, he would love to meet you.
That's all for this edition of FRC Media News. Please take a visit at our website, frmedia.org, where you can find more news and local information. FRC Media News airs Thursdays at 6 p.m. and Fridays at 5:30 p.m. For all of us here at FRC Media News, I'm Keith Tebow. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next Thursday.